Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Greg Michalowski from FXDD, and this is the New York Evening Forex Report exclusively for FXStreet.com. I remind everybody that trading Forex is risky and should only be done with risk capital that will not change your lifestyle. Traders could lose all their risk capital trading Forex. FXDD does not guarantee recommendations made within this commentary. Traders should make market assessments and take trading positions based on their own personal market analysis, risk tolerance, and financial condition. In addition, care should be made to only use leverage which is congruent with your personal risk tolerance, although care is taken creating this report. FXC does not guarantee the accuracy of the information. Well, we did see some action here up and down in a lot of the different currency pairs. Just as an example, the euro up, down, and that sometimes cause some consternation, but and that's what the pattern's been in the things like the euro dollar. But having said that, we are seeing somewhat of a trend to the upside. You can see here, the market moves up and it comes down. The market moves up and it comes down. The market moves up and it comes down. What is significant here is that this trend line here is now starting to get a little bit steeper in here. And the other thing that we're noticing here is that the market is holding these key moving averages. The blue line is always our 100-bar moving average. The green line is our 200-bar moving average. When the market moves below the blue line, we look for confirmation through the green line that confirms that the trend is over to the upside and the market starts to move down through it. But in this case, the market did move below the green line for this one bar right here, but it quickly moved back higher. Then we came down here, tested again, and then we started to use that blue line, our 200-bar moving average, our 100-hour moving average, to take the market to the upside. Today, of significance here is that a couple times the market did come down and test this blue line. Once again, I'll zoom in and give you a better look at that. You can see how the market came down and tested it. Here, got within 0.05 or so pips, and it did it again here, and the market is still trying to figure out, okay, does it want to go back below the blue line, in which case I'd expect that we see some stops and possibly move down to this level overnight if it does, if it breaks that blue line. Otherwise, if we find support against it, then we could see the market move up and get through this other key level that I'm watching up here. This is the 137.75 level. This market has a lot of different hourly bars up at that area right there, probably extends to the 80 level for the currency pair. So watch that 137.75 to 80 level, and I'll mark that off by a yellow area box right there. You can do the same thing in your charts to make sure that you are fully aware of that level on the top side and fully aware of these levels as well on the downside. Do that in your charts. Let's take a look at another currency pair. We'll start do the sterling versus US dollar. The sterling had a more positive day. The pound sterling went up on the back of better employment data in the UK, and that took the price all the way up to around the 153.80 level as a top. And then the market started to have a little bit of a consternation, started to correct a little bit. Here is that move that we saw here this morning in the sterling versus US dollar. I'd like to put a Fibonacci on that move from the low to the high to see if the market can maintain momentum to the upside. And lo and behold, you know what you like to see is it hold at least a 50% retracement, and it didn't. It didn't hold the 100-bar moving average on the 5-minute chart either, and that's what prompted the market to move down rather sharply to the 61.8% retracement, where the market then found a bottom. And to my surprise, to the top side as well, we also were able to get through some the steps down pretty easily. These were the steps down here, 1, 2, 3, and then down to the low, and then we got through the first one, the second one no problem, third one no problem, but then when the market started to fail up here at the top, the market got back through this old third level at the 153.51 level. You can put these lines in your charts as well, put the Fibonacci in there, keep you abreast of where things are, and then the market started to come down, and we ended up coming down and testing what is this trend line here in the late New York session. In fact, we're back down, testing it for the fourth time, so now we have all these little lines right here, another one here on the 5-minute chart. So it looks like it's do or die time now for the sterling versus US dollar at the 153.19 level. We'll see how that all pans out here in the early session. If we get back above this 100-bar moving average on the 5-minute chart, we should see the market move higher, and it would dodge the bullet, and it will start to gain confidence because we did find that support against that line. We will see how that all pans out. Of course, you will in the evening session. The dollar versus yen 1, 2, 3, 4 different times the market has tested this 100-day moving average here, and each of the time the market has been able to stay above, and it looks like today with closing near the 90.26 level, we're going to stay above the 100-day moving average again at the 90.08 level. So we'll be watching that very closely. But on the top side, we're going to have to get through these 100 and the 200 bar moving average, which are starting to converge here. The 100 bar moving average comes in at 90.49, this 100 hour moving average. The 200 hour moving average, the green line, comes in at the 90.36. We're going to have to get above that and also get above this area right here. This, see all these highs right here. Let's put a line across here. All around the 72 level, maybe take it 72 to 75 or something like that. Lots of different highs on your hourly bar. Put your hourly bar up there, put a line across there. That we're going to have to get through that levels in order to push the market to the high. In order to get through that, we got to get through this level here first. So we're kind of battling right now with support at the 90.08 level, which is a 100-day moving average. 90.13 level, which is 50% of a move down from February high to the low that we saw here in March, and that's a 50% at 90.13. So all this area right in here is support on the downside, and we have a good resistance at 90.72. So battle royale forming here in the dollar versus yen. We'll see how all that develops. The dollar Canada today went to new lows. We have a trend line here connecting this low. It came down, tested this, could not get through, and then finally got through, made a new low at the 90. Where'd we go down to? 90.69. And the market's rebounded. Now we're back above this trend line. That gives the trader something to lean against now. That trend line comes in at 100.95. We currently trade at 97. If we get through the 95 level, then it's going to be curtains again for the dollar versus Canada to the downside, and we continue to remain below our key moving averages. Remember the green line, the blue line. We haven't been above the green line in a number of times, and we've been using the blue line, the 100-hour moving average, as resistance to the as resistance on the top side. So we'll be watching that level there for that currency pair. The Aussie versus U.S. dollar. We're approaching this top. This is on the daily chart. The top, we came up and tested the top at 92.56. We'll be watching that level on the top side for the Aussie versus US dollar. On the hourly chart, everything looks positive. We got it back above this 91.92 level. That will be a key resistance level, our support level, as we head into the night session. Taking a look at the 5-minute chart, where we are back above the 100-hour moving average here, above the 200 bar moving average here. We'll be watching the 200 bar moving average. These two moving averages, the market is able to get through that 100 bar moving average. We're going to be watching the 92.72 level, where that level goes up to in the evening session. It's quite nice as far as economic data goes. Tomorrow we do have a lot of speakers, it seems, and we have the U.S. unemployment claims coming out at 8:30, along with core CPI. FOMC member Duke speaks. Also, Honing speaks at 8:30. He's the one who dissented at the Fed. We have the Philly Fed Manufacturing Index tomorrow, 17.6 versus 17.6 last month. We have Swiss National Bank member Danthine speaking, and Monetary Policy Committee member Sentence speaking as well tomorrow in the New York session. We'll be watching this closely. Euro trade bound Zoo economic from Switzerland coming out at 6 a.m. for those two releases, and public sector net borrowing for the pound sterling. That will be of interest to see how their debt situation is going in the UK. So that may put pressure or move the sterling back higher. So that comes out at 5:30. Thanks a lot. We'll talk to you later. Bye bye. Now have a great evening.